radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah, man. Today's Thursday, August 13th, 2020. 226 days into the new year, only 140 days left. It's Fadernight. Let's do this, man. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? Tonight is Fader Night. It is Thursday. Open lines all night long. The call-in number is 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? All right, my favorite night of the week. So much to talk about tonight. I know it's going to be a crazy night on the phones. Yeah, man. 747-228-2051. We've got a very busy weekend ahead of us here. We are shooting and editing and getting ready to start uploading our new series for the Game Changer Network called The H Factor. You want to get over to our YouTube channel for Game Changer Network and subscribe and get ready. The premiere is this weekend. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Get ready. All right. A couple of things. Want to welcome two new sponsors to the show. And the first, of course, is Carolyn Ford and Einstein, the Crystal Skull.com. And if you click over on the banners over at JimmyChurchRadio.com, I want everybody to head over to the website and check out all of the animation that we have created for all of our sponsors here, right? And you can scroll down and you will see the animated banner right there for Einstein, the Crystal Skull. So click on that, head over, pick out your very own Crystal Skull. Hopefully, it'll be your first. And if it's not your first, it's your next one. But the very best is over there. Carolyn has the best. Okay, now, when you go and you order, use the promo code Jimmy, 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 for 10% off of your Crystal Skull order. You could do that right now. Do it today. Support all of our sponsors here at JimmyChurchRadio.com. And the Dark Zone Network. The Dark Zone Network's next event is the Lizzie Borden Murder House live. Okay, it's going to go down Friday, August 28th, all the way through Monday, August 31st. It is a 24-hour, 4-day live event. Okay, 24 hours a day, multi-cameras, all that stuff, live streaming. You can check out everything right now over at thedarkzone.tv. And again, click on the banners over at jimmychurchradio.com. Look at that animation that we've got going for the darkzone.tv and the Lizzie Borden Murder House. Okay, and they've got discounted registration right now. So you can go and do that. Support everybody. Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge TV, of course, Life Change Tea, and Hoffman's Optics, and River Moon Coffee, and The Telepath, the newsletter, Paranormal Radio, get the app. These are all sponsors here at Fade to Black that allow us to broadcast every single night. And when you're over at the website, you will see it is sleek. We've invested a lot of time and effort and money into what you're looking at there, and it's just spectacular. Okay, and you can also become a member and become an official Fadernight. You can do that in our membership area. We've also got everything you need there for Libsyn and the podcast, which is just $2 a month. So go and help support the show. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. At JChurchRadio. Okay? All right? Get that done. And don't forget to subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Any questions or comments here tonight? Hashtag F2BQ. Hashtag F2B, of course, is the sandbox, and we do have two chat rooms open, one over at Spreaker, one over at KGRA, The Planet. You can also email throughout the show, Jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Let's get to the breaking news. I know all of you are going to be talking about this tonight, so am I. Brian just posted a picture of Lizzie Borden. I saw Lizzie Borden, it wasn't too many times, but I'm going to say 2 or 3 times on the Sunset Strip back in the day. They're actually pretty good band. All right, breaking news. Breaking news. If you haven't caught it yet, it was announced today that the Pentagon is forming a new task force to investigate UAPs that have been observed by U.S. military aircraft, according to 2 defense officials. Deputy Secretary of Defense David Norquist will help oversee the task force. I don't know how big this task force is going to be. It's probably a couple of people, which is expected to be officially unveiled in the next few days. Previous efforts to look into what the Pentagon calls unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, were led by the United States Navy. Members of Congress and Pentagon officials have long expressed concerns about the appearance of the unidentified aircraft that have flown over U.S. military bases, posing a risk to military jets. The Pentagon believes they may be drones potentially operated by earthly adversaries like China and Russia that are seeking to gather intelligence rather than extraterrestrials. And all of that's from the Pentagon. Senator Marco Rubio, chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, told a local Miami news station, WFOR-TV, in July, quote, "Frankly, if it's something from outside this planet, that might actually be better than the fact that we've been seeing some sort of technological leap on behalf of the Chinese or the Russians or some other adversary," end quote. See, yeah, it's just not about UFOs. This is about something terrestrial, because 2 months earlier, the Pentagon stated, Rubio's talking about those 3 videos. 2 months earlier, the Pentagon stated, after a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems, end quote. So there you go. We got a UAP task force trying to figure out what the Chinese and the Russians are flying over us. And that's even if it's the Russians or Chinese. And it's just not us. I'm just saying. I sent out an email today, and I'm sure quite a few people on that email list are listening to the program right now. And I stated to this group, man, nobody on this email list knows what the Pentagon knows. That's it. That stuff is secret information, and it's way above everybody's pay grade on this list. And that's it. The Pentagon knows it's not ET. And that's it. And I said, quote me. And wish you could see the names on this list, too. They all got it. Tucker's on that list. All right. The other breaking news today, Russian officials in Moscow say that they have offered unprecedented cooperation with Operation Warp Speed, OWS, the U.S. multi-agency body set up to accelerate access to effective COVID-19 vaccines and treatments. But the Russians went further, saying that, and I'm quoting here, the U.S. is not currently open to the Russian medical advances. The White House said today that President Donald Trump has been briefed on the new Russian vaccine and that the American vaccines go through rigorous phase 3 testing and high standards. United States health officials said today that the Russian vaccine, now listen to this. This is United States health officials, and I'm quoting directly from them. They said that the Russian vaccine is considered so half-baked in the United States that it hadn't even piqued U.S. interest in a serious way before the rollout. Saying that, I'm quoting again, there's no way in hell the U.S. tries this Russian vaccine on monkeys, let alone people, end quote. That sounds like something The Onion would put up and make up. It. No, that's exactly what was said today in Washington. Let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today, Europe drummer Ian Hogland. Today is 56, the final countdown. How about the entire film Hot Rod? Ian Hogland. Oh, man. I love Europe. Man, they were a great band. Great band. Also today, another great band, Bang Tango. Bang Tango's drummer, stickman, Tig Kettler, today is 57 years old. Man, I saw Bang Tango in Hollywood. I saw Bang Tango, oh, man, probably every show. I'm going to say I saw them 20 times, maybe. Love that band, Bang Tango. All right, our dead guy's birthday today is, moment of silence, please, Dan Fogelberg. 1951 to 2007, died at the age of 56. Dan was an amazing singer. He was. Songwriter, acoustic guitar player, extraordinaire, who had a long string of hit albums and singles, including Part of the Plan, Longer, Same Old Lang Syne, Hard to Say, Leader of the Band, and Run for the Roses. Early in his career, he toured with the Eagles, who, along with Joe Walsh, helped him as his studio band on his first couple of albums. And my senior year in high school, man, Dan Fogelberg took over Q95 in Indianapolis, and it's just a big influence on me. On December 16th, Dan struggled with cancer. Prostate cancer, thought he had it beat, and that was back in like 2005, 2004, 2005. But it came back, and on December 16th, 2007, Fogelberg died at his home in Deer Isle, Maine, at the age of 56 from cancer. Happy birthday, Dan Fogelberg. On this day in history, 1982. Big day, man. Fast Times at Ridgemont High debuts. Written by Cameron Crowe and directed by Amy Heckerling, the film was one of the reasons why I moved to Los Angeles. Seriously. Fate or fact? I should come back and talk maybe in a minute about Fast Times at Ridgemont High and what motivated, what truly motivated me to come to California. It's a crazy story. Crazy story. Fate or fact? Okay, here you go. And this is vetted. The 4 kings in a deck of cards represent real rulers. Bet you didn't know this, because the King of Diamonds is Julius Caesar. The king of clubs is Alexander the Great. The king of spades depicts David of Israel. And finally, the king of hearts. That shows King Charles of France. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Tonight is another Fadernight with open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. And normally, I'm just going to announce this to everybody. Normally, I've got calls ringing off the hook. And about 10 minutes ago, I opened up the phone lines, and I haven't had a call yet. 747-228-2051. Ah, there you go. Let's see who this is. Let's see who this is. All right. I'm going to put you on hold. You are going to be up first, and that's area code 817. And let's see who I have up now. Man, now they're ringing. All right. I'm going to put you on hold. Stay right there. You'll be number 3. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, look at. Okay. All right. You guys are messing with me now. Okay. Let's see if, 210. You'll be number 4. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going to do this live. 856. You're going to be number 5. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Everybody's hearing me announce this. And 949, you'll be number 6. And here we go. Let's see here. Okay. This is 931. You'll be number 7. Okay. Here we go. Let's answer this one. This is cool. See, this is what it's like here. Okay, and this is 937. 937, you'll be, what am I up to now? Number 8, number 9. I can actually do a count. Okay, all right. And now, what I wanted to, let's see, who was first? Who was first here? Let me see here. I think it's this one. Let's go here. Okay. All right. You'll be up first after the break. Okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. Speaking of Fast Times at Ridgemont High and going through, and we're going to be talking about the Pentagon all night. Don't worry. I get that. We got a lot to talk about tonight. But going back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, during that era, Fast Times came out in 82, pushed into like 83-ish. MTV was out, and it was truly, at that time, for all of the United States, it was all about California. The US Festival and Van Halen and the Strip and Motley Crue and everything that was going on. It was just nuts. It was all California all the time. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and especially for me, Fast Times showed a side of California, the Valley Girls and Sherman Oaks Galleria and the coolness of what was going on out here. The movie Valley Girl, too, as well. It was all about California. The entire country. Didn't matter where you were from, everybody. And there were other things that were going on, especially not only with MTV and the Sunset Strip, and the US Festival, but guitar companies and Floyd Rose and modified Strat pickups, guitars and things were all coming out of California. We're all coming out of the West Coast. And it was very exciting. And for me, I'm a guitar player in Indianapolis, and I'm watching this stuff over and over again. And I'm in Indy, not necessarily stuck in Indy, because Indy had a very vibrant music scene, and Broad Ripple Village and the Vogue downtown and the Enterprise East, Enterprise West, different nightclubs around town that were all very, very cool. And if you're from Indianapolis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So they had a very, very happening music scene. But I'm watching all of this stuff, and I'm watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High and these videos and hearing about Gazzari's and the Roxy and the Troubadour and what was going on in the Sunset Strip and all of the bands and all the happiness and things, Quiet Riot and Randy Rhoads and Burbank, California and Pasadena, California. It was coming down on not only me, but everybody else. Everybody else. So that's what happened. There was a huge movement of people, musicians, and others going to California, going to Los Angeles, landing in Hollywood. And I'm watching this and I'm hearing about it. And one day, it was 1984. 1984. And I'm over at my friend's house, God rest his soul, Tony Calgar. And I go over to his house and I'm watching MTV and sitting there with Tony. And I had just gotten off work. And I worked all day, and it was snowing outside. It was like November, and everything was covered with ice, and it was cold. And on MTV, and this is how it went down. On MTV, I watch Randy Newman's video, I Love L.A. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching it with Tony, and my arms are crossed, and I'm just like, man, I got to be there. I just can't take this anymore. I don't want to shovel snow anymore. I don't want to scrape the ice off of my car. My fingers are too cold to play my guitar. Man, my peoples are in Los Angeles. And at the time, I had just turned 21. And in October. And I had just gone to my first couple of bars legally in Indianapolis, Enterprise. So anyway, and I'm watching this. I'm thinking, man, I got to make a play. And this is something that you would only do at the age of 21. Wouldn't do it now, but I wouldn't advise anybody of this. But right after that video comes on David Lee Roth. California Girls. And I'm watching that video, Venice Beach. You've seen the video a million times. And I'm watching that video, and that was it. I was done. And I turned to Tony. This is so 1984. I turned to Tony, and I go, dude, give me the yellow pages. Okay. Gives me the yellow pages. Flip it open, Airlines, first airline right there, American Airlines. Give me your phone, take his phone, call American Airlines. Do you have a flight to L.A. tomorrow morning? Yes, we do. All right, reservation, Jimmy Church. Okay, all right. How are you going to pay for it? I'll pay for it tomorrow in cash. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Reservations booked. All right, boom, click. Tony's like, what did you just do? I said, man, I'm going to California tomorrow, and you're going to drive me to the airport. What? I said, yep. So the next day, which happened to be payday, I worked at an art shop, and I was an artist, and I drove to work, 8 o'clock in the morning, doors open. My flight's at like 9:30 and 10 o'clock. I go in. I said, paycheck. Randy, my boss, goes, here you go, gives it to me. And he said, I looked at him and said, hey, man, listen, I quit. I'm flying to L.A. When? In 2 hours. Got to go. I walked out the door, drove to Tony Calgar's house, had my bags packed in the car, drove over to Tony Calgar's house, picked up Tony. He drove me to the airport, and I gave him the keys to the car. And this is the truth. I had I paid for the ticket. I had $175 left in cash. I had a guitar. I had one suitcase. I had my little PV amp in the suitcase, And Tony's pulling me by my arm there at the ticket counter. Dude, no, go next year. Go next month. You don't have to do this today, man. This is too sudden. I said, Tony, I got to go, man. I got to go. And I turned around and walked and got on the plane and flew to L.A. And that is why Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that's what that movie means to me. Randy Newman, I Love L.A. David Lee Roth, California Girls. And I flew to L.A., and I told everybody this. This happened at the Rainbow, our last company party. So I fly to L.A., I get to LAX, I get a ticket on a bus to Pasadena. I go to Pasadena, and I make a phone call to Dwayne Morgan, who was at the Rainbow Bar and Grill, who I had met in Indianapolis a couple of years before, a year before, and said, I'm here. Where are you at? Dude, I'm at the Pasadena Motor Inn on Colorado Boulevard. I'll be right there, man. Come over and pick you up. And so he came over with a guy named Rob Cazares, and in Rob's van, and picked me up and took me. This is no joke. They took me to In-N-Out Burger. That's right. That was my and before I go and get to the phone calls, let me say this. In-N-Out Burger on Walnut in Pasadena, one of the original In-N-Out burgers. I'm sitting in the back of Rob's van, and I let them order for me. And I order the burgers the same way today. Double, grilled onions, chocolate shake, order fries. That's what they got me that day in the van. And I bit into that burger, and I hit that shake, and I ate the fries. And I thought, this is the most unbelievable, delicious food and the best day of my life. Welcome to California. And to this day, Dwayne, Rob, myself, we are all friends, and that was 36 years ago. So that's Fast Times at Ridgemont High for me. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. That's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. All right, 747-228-2051. Who's on? Who did I say was first? I think it's this one. Man, got a lot of calls on hold. I'll be right back after this short break. Open lines all night. It's Thursday night, Fadernight, the best night of the week. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. The Dark Zone presents another epic live streaming event from America's most famous haunted crime scene, the Lizzie Borden Murder House. A 4-day live streaming event, August 28th through the 31st, 2020. Following the smash success of the first-of-its-kind live streaming event at the Conjuring House, the Dark Zone Network is proud to present a worldwide interactive live streaming event from the notorious double murder scene, the Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. This is the perfect warm-up for Halloween. Full access to the continuous around-the-clock 4-day event is just $19.99. Discounted tickets are on sale now, and you can check out the free preview on Thursday, August 27th. For more information and to watch the Lizzie Borden Murder House live, please visit thedarkzone.tv or just click on the banners at jimmychurchradio.com. That's www.thedarkzone.tv.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Getthetea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years, and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night's Fadernight, 747-228-2051. Nice. Let's do this. Open lines all night long. UFOs, paranormal, supernatural, conspiracy, time travel, lost history. The Pentagon's new UAP task force. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to talk about, it's your night. It is my favorite night. Just to be able to, it's such an honor to be able to just hang out with all of you and take your phone calls. And a little bit later, I am going to, at the top of the hour, I'm going to call Chuck and Kara. I'm going to try to get them on the line. Big news, and it's a big night for them. I'm going to see if I can get them on the line at 8 o'clock. All right, with that, let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Dylan, Fort Worth, Texas. Build bikes, daughter Lux. Called in a couple times.
Yeah, man. It's been many years. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, I wanted to touch on Conspiracy of Politics. Show 775, I think it was. You had Daniel P. Sheehan on, and it was about 2-3 months after Trump was in office, and he had predicted then, he had said they're going to get Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to run. And he said that, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, Joe Biden will step down, within his term of presidency, and she'll be the next president. And so far, he's right.
Yeah,
So-
I remember that, Dylan, and thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, it was. I remember. As everybody knows, I don't do politics on the show. I do the conspiracy of politics, and nobody's better at that than Daniel P. Sheehan. He's the absolute best. And
absolutely,
and he called it. And and Dylan, I'll say this: to have somebody like Daniel on this show of his caliber and the things that he has accomplished in his life is nothing but a treat for this audience.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so
I love listening to him when he's on your show too. I mean, I love all your shows, obviously. I'm always in my shop listening to you, working on bikes, but it'd be interesting to get him back on to see what he, Steve, if he remembers, because Kamala Harris wasn't on the radar then. I mean, at least she wasn't even running for president. This is like 2 or 3 months into.
Yeah, that was almost 4 years ago. Yeah, 3.5 years ago. Yeah, you're right about that.
So he either has some good insight, or he's got a magic 8 ball there.
Hey, look, man, he has done things. Okay, look, if you just stop at, I mean, the guy has challenged the White House and won. Right?
Yeah, like twice.
Twice.
The Pentagon Papers and Nixon, and did the Karen Silkwood case, and fascinating guy.
Yeah, and Nicaragua, Iran Contra.
Iran Contra too. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
For him to call that's pretty amazing.
Well, that's why you just have to listen to somebody like Daniel Sheehan. He has experienced things that he's lived 5 lifetimes,
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah. And thank you for pointing that out. How you doing? How's the family?
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for asking. Just been busy. I'm in my shop every night working on bikes. And you know what? I wanted to ask you another question. This is really fascinating. I've been listening. I was such a metalhead when I was a kid, and I've been listening to a lot of stuff, a lot of interviews with producers. I listened to Bo Hill today talk about Making Out of the Cellar and then Invasion.
Right.
And fascinating stuff. I'd love to hear your stories being in the business and, like Sunset Strip stories with Jimmy or something, seriously, I love listening to that, all aspects. I listened to one with Jeff Pilson the other day, from a bass player from Dokken and plays with Foreigner now. Just those are really interesting to me, and I'm sure there's a huge market for it, but I'd love to hear your stories of that time.
Yeah.
You're always touching on it, but I'd love to hear the insight.
Yeah.
The Dio story.
Okay. All right. Maybe, I don't know if it's something for Fade to Black, but you never know in the future, maybe, in the not too different future, maybe I could do something on YouTube or something. But
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and bring on some of my rock and roll buddies and chat about it.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll do. Oh,
just a thought.
Listen, Dylan.
Yes,
check this out.
Yes.
You just mentioned Jeff Pilson. I swear on all that is holy. The best video that you can watch right now, it's gold.
Yeah.
Okay? Write this down. Don't forget. Write this down.
Okay.
It's Dokken live in Philadelphia.
Oh, I have that saved. I've seen that.
Oh, you've seen it, right? Is that the craziest, awesome video ever in the history? Jeff Pilson in them white boots. And
oh, my God. Dancing around on the – oh, my God.
Yeah. He is full-on show dude, man. Full-on ham bone.
Sidebar, I've got I was always a huge fan of George Lynch's. And a friend of mine is building a bike for him right now. So I sent him a custom part that I made. So a part that I made is on George's new bike.
Oh, man.
He hasn't gotten it yet. I'm excited to.
Yeah, I get his live streams from his studio, the COVID streams. And
okay. Cool.
Yeah. They're really, really, really cool, man. His most recent one, he's just sitting there playing a Les Paul, of all things.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes, you saw that? with
Yep,
his
sitting in the studio.
Yeah, with his gray hair. It's got the wall of Marshalls in the background. Yeah, it's too much.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah,
that's fascinating to me. So
yeah,
well, cool.
right on, Dylan. Hey, man, enjoy the rest of your night, and don't be a stranger.
Not at all. Not at all. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, Dylan. Go
Yep,
Beckley
you got it.
Teppy.
Thanks so much. Go Beckley Teppy.
That Dylan right there, that's an OG Fadernight. That is OG right there. I can't believe that Dylan just called in. That was really, really, really cool. Thank you so much for that, Dylan. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I hate to do this, but I just did. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Got to be ready. Gots to be ready. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. Oh, man. What's going on? What's going on with the phones now? Interesting. Okay. Huh. That caller. Okay. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hi, this is Rhea.
Hi, Rhea. How are you?
I'm.
Turn me down in the background, Rhea. You got to turn me down.
Oh, it's actually turned off completely, so I'm just going to make sure it's definitely turned off.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. All right.
It's because I'm on my phone. I can only do one thing.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm grateful, new fate or not. I've called in a couple of times, and in a spot where I'm actually having a moment to breathe. I'm thinking about an experience I just had about 5 days ago, 6 days ago in Colorado.
What happened?
I'd like to share.
What happened?
Okay, so I'm camping with my friend, and he's easily spooked, right? And I have a lot of weird things that happens around me, okay? But I'm with him, and we're both just like in the middle of just setting up camp, but it's gone dark, and we're just kind of finalizing a few things. And we're standing kind of near each other, about 6 feet apart, face to face. And all of a sudden, I have more of like a memory of a split second that took place. And there was a red light that flashed. And I heard a sound that went like, but it had like a on the end of it. And both of us at the same time just turned and looked at each other, and our ears were filled with an immense pressure.
He saw it too?
He said he saw a red light as well. He did not express hearing the sound.
Okay.
But after that, for a few seconds, okay, everything turned red, like as if a red light was being turned on within the darkness. But I don't know its source. But it's all happening really between us. It's like a small space. But so I go into channel, and I am normally a conscious channel, but sometimes I am an unconscious channel, and stuff happens and it takes over. And in that moment, like a being stepped forth inside of me and was just like, all right, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. But in, other languages, this being stepped forth and just addressed a panoply of beings, apparently, that were surrounding us that I could not perceive, but that this being was speaking to. And they said, look, this is not your domain. You're not allowed here until 2024 when the reaping begins.
2024?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And all of that lasted maybe 45 seconds from beginning to end.
What do you think the significance of 2024 is going to be?
So it's hard for me to stay in control of like my humanness when questions get asked of me because the beings want to step forth and answer them. My personal perception is that the beings that live in the inner earth are going to start to become publicly known to us, and they're going to basically step out of the, whatever you would, some people would call it stepping out of the shadow or whatever, but our eyes only perceive a certain percentage of light, and so there are beings surrounding us at all times that are just visually perceivable through the light we don't see.
Got you.
Somehow all of this is going to be made known to us in 2024, and it's not UFOs landing, but it's people coming out and saying, "Oh, we've been here all along."
Right,
it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly as well as beautiful. There's going to be the nice things, and it's going to be cool, and then there's going to be the muzzy fuzzies, right? The bad ones, and they're going to be bad.
Well,
like chupacabra types.
Well, hopefully we will be, in control. You don't want to lose control. Yeah. But
right. I believe Trump has done that for us. I was not a Trump supporter, but as I've gotten channeled information, like there's stuff like going on underground. Trump isn't the president of the top of the earth. He's the president of what's going on underground to save us.
That I could believe. Rhea, enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you for the phone call.
Thanks, guys. What a blessing you are, and, go Beckley Tepe, and, bless us all, everyone.
go Beckley Tepe, Rhea. Thank you so much.
Bye now.
2024. Rhea says the year is 2024, and I believe she called it the reaping. And she said also that it's going to be some crypto action, chupacabra type of action going down. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see here. Let's go here next. Very interesting phone call, Rhea. Very interesting phone call. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hi.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Hey, this is Heather from Mansfield.
Hi, Heather.
I've called in for a while, but I finally got a weekend off, and it's Thursday night.
Well, there's nothing better than a weekend off and Fade to Black Fadernight. I mean, really?
Betcha.
Yeah,
betcha.
man. There you go. There you go. What's on your mind, Heather?
Well, I was all about last night's show. It kind of left me a little bit amazed. And the one thing that I noticed last night was the passion in your voice about the conversation. That kind of passion that I get. I could feel it in your voice, asking him questions. And I was thinking of all the same things that you were thinking when you were asking the questions.
Of course you were. Of course you were.
I was, and I was like, "Oh my God, Jimmy just asked what I was thinking."
You were telling me what to say.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was. But see, this is the thing, Heather. I so much enjoy doing shows with hard science and physics and discussing the universe and the physics behind what ghosts may be or life after death and consciousness. And I really enjoy those shows. But I enjoy a good woo-woo show just like the next person.
You bet.
And I said to Rita last night after the show, I said, man, I needed some woo-woo. That was fun. That was just a fun show.
Well, I am the woo-woo girl over here, so of course I'm going to love that.
Yeah, it was a great show, and I think everybody really enjoyed Dr. Macklin and his passion and the way that he approaches things too as well. So
absolutely,
yeah, it was a great show. It was a great show.
Well, the thing that I really based on that was that I did see some comments that were, somewhat negative. This guy's crazy, or whatever. And it's like, it made me think of when you were talking about TTSA the other day, and you were like, you know what, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong.
Right.
And so when I was listening to him, I was feeling it, and then I read the comments, and I thought, you know what, you can look at it that way, but, it's one of those things where I don't want to be wrong in believing what he's saying, because there were a lot of positive messages, and a lot of the things that he was talking about tied together science, tied together ancient history, tied together current history, and put it in a perspective like someone had called last night and said, that you put it really well in layman's terms, is that it was like one of those things where it was like, okay, a lot of this makes sense. And that's where I think we're all on our journey, where we start hearing things and things make sense. And you also can tie together all of the different things. And that's why I've always said that we need to have a science that takes all of it into perspective: religion, science, metaphysical things, to take it all together and make that unified theory that we need as a human species, especially right now, for everybody to kind of come together and realize, okay, there's something bigger than us. And we aren't always going to understand what it is, but let's at least try to go that way instead of living so strict into the physical world.
Well, that's exactly, yeah, it does. It does, Heather, because if you take all of the woo-woo out of Dr. Macklin last night, right? Take the woo-woo out, take the ET out, and Zeta and Greys, right? You take all of that reptilians, you take all of the woo-woo out, and what do you have left? You have left, like, the 10 Commandments, right? Behave, be nice, don't kill, don't steal, be the best that you can be, love thy neighbor. Make the world a better place. Be the best that you can be. And what is wrong with that message? I think the whole world needs a dose of that right now.
Absolutely. I'm in agreement.
There you go. Heather, go Beckley Tappy.
There you go. Go Beckley Tappy.
Thank you so much.
Love you, man.
Love you back. Thank you for the phone call. Heather from Mansfield, Ohio. Take away the woo. That was a good show last night. That was a lot of woo. Take away the woo. Just be a good person. Be the best person that you can be and do the right thing. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy. It's Roxanne. How are you?
Hi, Roxanne. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on tonight? You didn't have any callers, so I said I would call in and say hey to you.
Oh,
how you feeling now? You got a few callers under your belt?
What's going on?
Nothing. Just hanging out in Texas. I haven't heard your show in a spell. I listened to you last time with Ruben, and you'd said, oh, yeah, I dig Roxy. That's right. When Ruben Langdon was on, I was like, yeah. So I start tuning into the show and just checking out what you're going on.
When was it? When
and
were
you're
you
on an adventure.
When were you on with us?
Oh, God. 2015?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
2015 or something like that, in my channeling career, starting out doing my thing,
Yeah.
I think I was a few years into it, and now here we are in 2020, in the biggest upheaval of humanity's comfort, seeing their own boundaries within the limitations of themselves.
Yeah.
Breaking out like it's freaking fantastic. What an absolute epic time to be alive, to observe this evolution of a species.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I just, you should know that Ruben and I, every time we get together, you get brought up, and it's just he looks up to you so much, and so do I. And I'm overjoyed that you're calling in tonight. But let me ask you this, because we're up against the break. Do you think what's the information that you've been getting? Do you think that we are in some type of shift and some new paradigm that we are going to be moving into? And
yes, but remember, when you guys formulate a future, you're going to base it off of only the experience of each individual singularity's memory. That's why one person's opinion is experience, and it's true. Another person's experience is true because it's their experience. So you have two different opinions, but they don't match each other, so therefore you have division, right?
Right.
Okay, simple. That's not too tough.
Right.
So in this idea, this change has given us a quality of awareness to see ourselves as ourselves, not in the opposition, blame game, you this, you that, and what's going to happen.
Right.
The journey is not in time. The journey is realization of the now, how you relate to the portions of you you've never seen when the change comes in such a dramatic fashion where you don't have any stability, you don't have any reliability. All these Karens out there freaking out, mask and no mask, this, that, kibbles and bits, oh my. All this stuff is not the idea of the natural behavior of the human. It is the idea of letting go of the division within themselves and commanding a worth of choice instead of an idea of loss of image. I mean, for God's sakes, Anne Frank lived 2.5 years in an attic, and we can't live 6 months at home.
Right.
Right? You know,
right.
and we're just, and that's the change. That's the representation. The leadership is telling us where not to go as opposed to ourselves. So I think that's the paradigm we're changing. Taking the leadership, government, and moving that capacity to an administrative idea so we can finally understand that we're capable of leading ourselves because we're worth our own consciousness existence. And it doesn't have to be earned or brought by respect or the mannerisms of accomplishment that someone else has approved, because you don't need to be the divine under a foot of someone else just because they're older than you, or they have a book that's better than yours, or they have a doctorate, or they have a degree, or they have more money, or they're famous, or whatever. You just got to realize that now I think we're enough. And that part of yourself is now being represented as like, you know what, do I want to play in the storm, or do I want to create my own eye of the storm?
Right.
And realize yourself. So absolutely this is a paradigm. But how it's going to play out, well, that's the probability of each individual singularity choosing the truth about the reality of the now. Fantastic times, guys.
If we can get past, and Roxanne, you know, the words need to be listened to, what you just said, but we need to get past the dividedness, the divisiveness, the anger that has developed, because we got sucked into it very quickly. I mean, very quickly. And the divisiveness in this country before was something that we enjoyed. We liked being different. You know, it was okay. That's what this country was built on. Now, being divided is anger and hate.
Yes.
It's crazy. Yes. And it happens so fast. And I think that we're going to wake up from that. I really do.
Well, I think we're waking up. I think it's current. It's not an outcome.
I agree.
Current. That's the fantastic part. It's current.
I feel it too.
We're right in the meat and potatoes. Yeah,
I feel it too. Roxanne, we got to get you back on the show, and I'll reach out to you, and let's make something happen.
I would like that, and I just wanted to say, hey, and thanks for what you do. We'll talk on the next now. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Roxanne. Great to hear your voice, my friend.
Lots of love.
Right on. That's Roxanne Swainhart. And Roxanne Chandler featured in Ruben Langdon's series, but a great channel, and was on with us many, many years ago. But there you go. Roxanne, yeah, absolutely. We've got to get you back on the show. And you just reminded me, we will make it happen. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. I'm going to take a quick break. Tonight is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. All right, so if you're on hold, stay right there. When I come back, I'm going to have Chuck and Kara on the line. So stand by. I'm going to make that happen, too, as well. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I'm a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein the Ancient Crystal Skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers.
Yes.
We are of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fadernight. Open lines all night long. But it's not just another Fadernight. It is not. Because on the line right now, I have got Chuck and Kara Elliott. Guys, how you doing?
Hi, this is Kara.
Jimmy, is it okay that we're on speakerphone this one time, or do you need to talk to us off speakerphone?
You guys can do whatever the heck you want.
My man. My man. Well, I talked to you a bunch. Let me let Kara say something to you.
All right. Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, Kara. Listen. I'm going to hand you the show right now. Kara, this is all about you. What's going on?
Well, it's unimaginable to be in the position that we're in right now. I'm looking at the clock. It's 11:05 where we're at. And I'm supposed to go in for a heart transplant sometime after 12 o'clock, which happens to be my mom's birthday, the 14th. And this whole thing is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm going to hold back the tears. They are coming out.
Let them out.
Listen. This is such a special moment for you two. And I can't imagine the joy and the excitement and the anticipation.
And the terror.
Right?
There's terror too.
A heart transplant in 55 minutes.
Yeah. And now, Jimmy, I have to say something because Kara said it, so I'm going to say it. While the surgeons were in here talking to us about an hour ago, getting us ready for the whole process, with, mind you, she's already had a quadruple bypass 15 years ago, so we're unfortunately experienced with this, but whatever. Kara, once she said it in front of the doctor, so she can't tell me to shut up, Chuck. She asked the doctor, she's like, can you get a picture of me cut wide open, or can you at least get a picture of my old heart? I was like, what? All right. You said it.
I thought he was going to tell you that I asked him to put a rose quartz in the room because crystals are awesome.
Yes.
And then I want him to play reggae music, but I guess.
Oh, man. Yeah. You wanted some Bob Marley, huh?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is so cool. And is there right now? Is there a nurse or a doctor in the room with you?
No, not right now.
Oh, I would love to get one of them on the air. They are as excited as you guys are.
Well, see, I can't get too excited because it messes with my heart.
Yeah, you're not going to worry about that in a few hours. So
I know.
Now, Kara, do you?
Hey, Jimmy, here's my favorite nurse, Radnia.
What's her
Hello.
name? What's her name? What's your name?
My name is Radnia, but I go by Nia.
Hi, Mia. Listen, you're live on the air right now to about 250,000 people. So is it okay if you're on the air with us?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. I was just telling Kara and Chuck that the staff there, you and everybody else, you guys have to be just as excited as they are. This is a pretty big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. We're trying to stay cool, but it's just hard. We're so excited for her.
Mia, thank you so much. And listen, Kara and Chuck are very special, and they have a huge family around the world that has been going through this with them as a family, as a radio family. Together, and this is a very special night, and I'm not going to keep you guys for too much longer. I realize that things are about to kick off there, but Mia, thank you for everything that you and the team there has done for those two. They're very special to us. Thank you, and thank you for taking the time.
It's so easy, no problem. We have so much fun together, actually. If I'm going to ask her if I can share a little practical joke.
Okay.
Video I played on her yesterday It's super funny. You guys will like it.
What did you guys do?
I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to see.
Okay.
You'll have to see the video.
We're going to post it.
We'll post it.
Okay.
But that's with Nia.
I look forward to it. Mia, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, guys. And Fadernauts are awesome.
Thank you, Jimmy, and all the Fadernauts.
Listen, you guys have a lot to do. So our prayers and our thoughts are with you. You're not going to need it, but our prayers and thoughts are with you. And I can't wait for the next phone call. Okay? All right? Now, listen.
All right, Jimmy.
Listen.
Thank you.
Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Tepley. Yeah.
Hey, Kara. Kara.
Yeah.
Go. Yes.
Right.
Go Beckley Tepley.
Yeah, perfect.
She did it. All right.
Right on. Hey, Kara, have fun tonight. Be safe. Be well. And we'll check in with you guys over the weekend.
That's so comforting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go Beckley Teppy, you two.
Go Beckley Teppy to the entire Fadernight Nation. Love you. Good night.
Bye, guys. That is absolutely incredible. I do not, I don't want to take away any more time. 45 minutes from now, Kara is going to get a new heart, a heart transplant. And wow. That's just incredible. Whew. Okay. I don't even know how to follow that up. But wow, and this is the thing, is that those two have been very open with all of us on what they have been going through, and they got the good news. And this is the thing, when the good news comes down, it's like bam, 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 bam. That's it. And that they got the news yesterday. She's in today, and that's how quick this happens. And for them to share that with us, what can I say? Wow. Well, Rita and I, to you, Kara and Chuck, I know that you guys are listening right now. It's going to be an amazing evening, and I just I can't imagine the excitement, the vibe that is going down with those two right now. So there you go. What a great Fader night. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy, this is Trevor from the East Coast, brother man, over here in Jersey. Just saying hey.
Hey, Trevor. Is everything good?
Everything's good over here. Just want to say, hey, I'm 24, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High is probably one of my favorite movies, man. So it's still a great classic, brother.
Yeah, you're right about that, Trevor. Every time it's on, I have the DVD, I have the making of the film, I have the anniversary edition, I have it on recorded, and whenever it's on, but I check in with Fast Times probably once a month. I just got to do it. I just got to do it.
I haven't seen it in years, but I'd love to watch it again.
Yeah, watch.
Hey, I just want to say I'm an early listener, but I love all the shows, and I really appreciate all the stuff you've been doing. And I'm going to keep fading to black every time you're on, brother, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Trevor, and go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, Trevor. I really appreciate that. And go watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High tonight after the show. Go Beckley Teppy. And what a special night on the show. Thank you for that phone call, Trevor. I really, really appreciate that. And I don't even know where to go now. Where do we go? No way to follow that phone call. I know, right? That's from Mike. You can't follow that, but let's see. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, what's up? This is Pat.
Hey, Pat, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Hey, I figured I'd call in and go ahead and let you know what started my path on getting into all the, stuff we're into.
What was it?
Well, I've only told a handful of people this. Kind of trippy, but I think I was about 18 years old. Went to my first psychic fair. That's what they called them back then. Now they do UFO conference. But anyway, so I went to a psychic fair, and the girl that took me, she's like, oh, you got to get some crystals. And, of course, at that time I wasn't into stuff. I was like, yeah, okay. So she picks out 3 amethyst little crystals. And I was like, all right. She goes, now take these home, and when you get home, try to meditate with them. I'd never meditated, done none of that. I was like, yeah, okay. You know, you'll do a lot of stuff for girls. You know what I'm saying. So I get home. I lay down, put them on my third eye because that's where she told me to put them. And I laid there, put my hand on my head, put them on there, and probably for, I don't know, a good half hour, 45 minutes, I laid there, and I'm like, man, this isn't working. Thought, this is stupid. So I put them back behind me. Well, I laid there for a few minutes. Now here's where we go fun time.
Right.
I laid there. All of a sudden, I don't know if you've ever done acid or whatever, but let's just say I might have. And when I don't know, I can't explain where I was, what was going on. It was like pitch black. Then all of a sudden I seen colors that were real, not like what we see. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it. They were so real. And I seen the colors, they were like, you know how the Aureobella, or what do you call it, the Aureobella out, the green thing up in the North Pole, you know?
Yes.
Aureolus, whatever, I can't say it. Anyway, it was kind of like that. So I start seeing all these different colors, and all of a sudden I hear music, and it's all blended together. It's like the music and the colors and everything were just, man, it was just really weird. Words can't even put in it was so real. This world's not real compared to what I was seeing. So anyway, so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I realized I'm going, wow, this is wicked. And I'm hearing this music. Everything's just really whacked out. And all of a sudden I hear, you have a friend. And when I heard that, I thought, what? And when I said what, all of a sudden it was like, boom. All of a sudden I woke up, my eyes were like, boom, my eyes were awake. And I laid there and I thought, what the hell just happened? And man, Jimmy, no crap, turned around, looked at the clock, and it was an hour and a half later. It seemed like it took 30 seconds for that to happen. But like hypothetically, let's say it was 3 o'clock when I looked at the clock, set them back behind me, the crystals. Then all of a sudden, like I said, I felt like 30 seconds that happened, but it was an hour and a half later, man, because I looked at the clock. It was like 4:30, and I was like, what the hell just happened? I never told nobody that, ever, because I thought, man, I think I'm going insane.
Right.
That's what sent me down my path, man, on all my ghost stories I've told you and all the, the lady that came in me and all that. That's what started it right there. That was the first time anything ever happened. I mean, I had the ghost thing happen when I was younger, but that was the first time that I had anything personal, you know what I'm saying, that was me.
And you don't, and see, because I've said, you've heard me say this so many times, you know what, I'm not going to share it with you, right? It's personal. And you have to, I think the first time, maybe the second time, you need to absorb it and try to understand what is going on. And while you're going through that process, you don't need to share that with anybody. It's way too personal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm 50, I'll be 51 this year. I told somebody about that, I think about a year ago. That was the first time I ever said something.
Right. How many crystals do you have? How many crystals do you have now? Oh,
man, I got a boatload of them. Lisa sent me the crystal skull. You guys sent me that Aurolite, however you say it.
Yeah.
I've got amethyst. I got my Boji stones on me right now. I've got tons of crystals everywhere. I've given away more than I've got. I used to have people bring them to me and give them to me, and I always find them a home where they need to go.
Yeah. I've got so many now. And I've said this before.
It's an addiction.
You have to. Well, they're beautiful to look at, but the energy that is there, and for people out there that go, man, they don't get it, right? Well, okay, whatever. I don't have time to try to convince somebody or anything. That's not my thing. But once you start to, you have to move those things around the house. There are, you can't have them mixed up around you and in your presence. You can't do that. You have to strategically, and we have done just that. I keep very few here in the studio. I've got some giant quartz over there in the corner. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small crystal skulls in front of me right here.
Now, have you ever messed around with the Boji stones?
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what, I had many, many people that made fun of me, and they just like, yeah, okay, I'm going to hold rocks and feel energy. And I'm like,
right.
All right, dude, hold this one in this hand, this one in this hand, because it's male and female.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, even people that didn't believe it held them, and they're like, dude, that's weird, man. Here, take them back.
Yeah. I've got...
And I just sit there and laugh. What are you going to do?
I don't have stones. I have the Boji rods.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, man. They're like 6 inches long. And
is that those ones that
and they're about 1.5 inches round, and positive and negative, man. You put one in one hand and one in the other, and it's crazy. And this is,
did you get them from Jason?
No.
I
can't. You know what?
Okay, you can't say. I get it. Okay.
No. It's not that. I was gifted them, so
I
don't know where. But now that you mention that, from who gave them to me, the Jason connection is like 2 steps away, so that's a possibility. I can't say. But this is what's crazy with those. You hold them and you feel what's going on, right? And just as you're thinking, switch hands, and it changes hands. It literally changes hands, and it's like, whoa, really? Okay, all right. And close your eyes and mix them up and not look, and then go, and which one is in each hand. It's really trippy. But yes, I've messed with them a lot.
Okay, Jimmy. Now, I told you my story that I didn't tell anybody for many, many years, 30 years, whatever, and the personal one. So how about you just give me a little personal one back? Because I'm going to tell you what, that was some scary stuff when that happened. But, man, that is actually what opened my mind up to a lot of different stuff.
Okay. Then I'm going to give you what you want. You
Kebab?
ready? Yes.
Dude, I'll tell you what. You send me kebabs. I'm telling you, send me kebabs. I don't need to hear your story. You can keep it personal.
Okay, listen, Patrick. This is what the kebab, my secret recipes and all of that, that's one thing. Put that off to the side. You can learn your own style of kebabs, but I'll send you an email and I'll give you some stuff and I'll give you some tips. But
there you go.
But here is the key. Okay, I'm going to give you the key to the universe. Men have died, countries have fallen for the information that I'm about to give you now. Okay?
It's just between us, right?
This is what you have to do. No gas, none. Okay? You have to only cook with mesquite chips. Not mesquite charcoal. That's garbage. And mesquite charcoal, which is garbage, will coat your meat. That stuff, the ashes come up and it's on your meat. No, you don't want that. You have to have mesquite wood chips. Now,
you soak them good, right?
No, you don't soak them at all. Now, you get an axe. You get an axe or a hammer. You put the mesquite in your grill, and you take, because some of the mesquite wood is going to be like a log, right? It'll be 8, 10, 12 inches long and 4 inches in diameter. You've got to break that up. Bam, 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 with an axe or a hammer. I have both, and I use both. And you want to get the mesquite wood down to 1 inch by 2 inch chunks. Bam, 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 bam. You break up all the mesquite wood and then make a pile that's about 1.5 feet tall, round, and that's where you start your fire. It's a big ball. You know what I mean? You make a wood pile. And that is the secret. You get that nice glowing red in the pile, and then spread it out in your grill so it's about 2 inches thick all the way around, covering your grill. That is what you cook your kebabs on. And you will be as authentic as anybody from Greece, anybody from Armenia. That is how you do it. Okay? Now, what goes on those kebabs, that's on you. How you put the kebabs together. I do ribeye, and I do.
Now, do you do your River Moon coffee on them kebabs or not?
I have done only on the steak. I haven't done it on
the beef ones.
I do ribeye and I do filet mignon. That's it. Don't experiment with anything else. Don't mess around. But yeah, River Moon coffee. And when you do that, by the way, which is fine, you want to grind it so it is a powder. Not coffee, like a grind. Like I'm talking about powder. Okay? And that's extraordinary on the steaks. That's just unbelievably good.
Powdered up like cocoa mix?
Yep. Like Hershey's cocoa.
Hey, man,
That's it. No, that's exactly how you do it.
That's sweet, dude. Now I'm going to have to go back and write this all down after I listen again.
There you go.
But, hey, one more thing.
Yes.
Real quick.
Yes.
Have you ever used your crystals and went out of your body or had an experience like I did? Have you ever used them on your third eye for meditation and had anything happen? I just want yes or no.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
The
answer is yes. Okay?
All right, I got that out of you. I'm happy, brother.
Hey, Elf, go Beckley Tappy.
Go Beckley Tappy, man. Have a good weekend.
You too. You're happy now, aren't you?
Oh, dude, I'm smiling from ear to ear right now.
Patrick, enjoy.
I actually got an Oreo cookie sitting here, man, and I haven't even thought about that.
Man. Hey, how wonderful is that with Kara and Chuck? Is that the most incredible?
Awesome, dude.
Man, and I just can't believe it. And 33 minutes, man. 33
Universe
minutes.
Works wonders. Got to let it happen.
I'll talk to you.
All right,
Later. Pat Breeze right there. The elf coming into the show. All right. It's Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Going to take a quick break right here. I'll come back and get to more of your phone calls. 747-228-2051. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Come join us for the Starworks UFOs and Artificial Intelligence Conference, November 6th through the 8th at the Aquarius Resort in Laughlin, Nevada. A full weekend of events with Grant Cameron, James Fox, Alan Stivelman, Sid Goldberg, Jaime Maussan, Lynn Katai, Paul Hynek, and another dozen great speakers and presenters. Special Fade to Black Sky Watches with Hoffman's Optics on Thursday and Friday nights, movie premieres, a cocktail party, a dinner gala. Get your discount ticket packages today at StarWorksUSA.com. I'll be there along with the entire Fade to Black crew. Start planning your weekend now for the Starworks UFOs and Artificial Intelligence Conference, November 6th through the 8th at the Aquarius Resort in Laughlin, Nevada. Just visit StarWorksUSA.com. Go Beckley Teppy.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
The Dark Zone presents another epic live streaming event from America's most famous haunted crime scene, the Lizzie Borden Murder House. A 4-day live streaming event, August 28th through the 31st, 2020. Following the smash success of the first-of-its-kind live streaming event at the Conjuring House, the Dark Zone Network is proud to present a worldwide interactive live streaming event from the notorious double murder scene, the Lizzie Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts. This is the perfect warm-up for Halloween. Full access to the continuous around-the-clock 4-day event is just $19.99. Discounted tickets are on sale now, and you can check out the free preview on Thursday, August 27th. For more information and to watch the Lizzie Borden Murder House live, please visit thedarkzone.tv or just click on the banners at jimmychurchradio.com. That's www.thedarkzone.tv.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
Including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight. Not just any Fadernight tonight. 747-228-2051. 27 minutes. 27 minutes. Our thoughts and prayers and energy being sent Kara's way. Getting a new heart tonight at midnight their time. In 27 minutes. Absolutely incredible. And I got the big news yesterday, and Chuck did call into the show last time. We talked to him briefly, but I can't imagine the excitement and what the last 24 hours has been like, and for them to take the time 1 hour before getting her new heart that they called into the show tonight, because they are part of the family and they wanted to just give thanks to the amazing Fadernauts and this family here. So thank you for that. And I'm just watching the clock. I can't imagine what's going down right now. And we got Mia, the nurse. I had asked Chuck last month. I said, "Look, I want to talk to one of the doctors. I want to talk to one of the nurses. Do you think?" And Chuck had said then, they're not listening now. They're way busy. But Chuck had said that. He goes, "Man, we're always listening to Fade to Black in the hospital, and they know what's going on. And I don't know if I can get them to come on the air." I said, "Man, you've got to. And there you go. So we got Mia the nurse on the show tonight. Man, she sounded great. And everything that the team there, that is everything that they have done for Kara and Chuck, it's just been absolutely incredible. So that's it. They are doing it. I'm blown away. I'm so happy for them. They have been through so much. With that, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, this is Paul. Hello.
Hi, Paul. Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm calling from good old Detroit, just like our main man George Noy. You know, I grew up in Detroit.
Yeah, right on. What's on your mind, Paul?
Great. So I'm 40. I'm an 80s kid. Jimmy, I love you, man. I'm a veteran. We all love you. A lot of me and my buddies have been listening to you since you've been talking about the Skinwalker Ranch, all those great things. I don't know how much time I have, but I'm an interesting guy. I have 10 years in the Army, been to about 30 countries, been to about 25 states. You're totally right about the NVGs, bro. I tried this when George was talking about it. I was in Iraq in 2006. All the guys over there, I was telling them, just take we had all these nice NVGs over there and this and that. I never saw more UFOs ever. I was there from 2006, 15 months till 2007, and it was wild. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. I don't know what it was about the war going on or whatever. I probably served my country just like George. But you're totally right. I got another thing for you. Thank you for on Stellar. I've written you on there. We've talked a little bit. I don't know if you remember. I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of people talking to you on there. But I told you, Jimmy, you come out to Lake Erie in July, anytime after midnight. I don't care what day of the month. I guarantee it. You're going to see a UFO over Lake Erie. I guarantee it. Money in the bank.
Yeah, I know.
I put $1 million on.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not going to give up that $1 million because you're right.
Oh yeah, I don't know. You know, a lot of guys talk about Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. I've heard documentaries about it. I've actually been to the museum down there. Great place. They've added out 4 new bang hangars. They got rid of the tanks and stuff. I'm an Army guy. I mean, I love the Air Force Museum and all that. But, yeah, I mean, that's been going on for a long time, so we're on par with that. But, yeah.
Do you follow Michael Lee Hill?
Probably if he's on Stellar, anything, you know, I'll have to look into it.
No,
but
Michael Lee Hill filmed the most incredible lights over Lake Erie. And you can go to michaelleehill.net, and
I will for sure.
He has caught some stuff, man, and I've watched everything that he has put out, and he's been doing it for a very long time, and he's got some pretty unique areas there too that may be connected to what's happening over Lake Erie, and I'm talking about some ancient sites along the shore. And there may be a connection there, but there's something going on over Lake Erie. There's no question about it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they got the name right for sure. I mean, Erie, I mean, like I said, I've been all over the world. Philippines is pretty haunted. My wife is from there, just like our wonderful late Art Bell. I've been listening since 97 when I was 17. I'm 40 now. 80s kids all the way. Mario, nothing's cooler than Mario, right? You know, I mean, even on the games they had catching ghosts. And, you know, we'd go through many basements and abandoned houses in Detroit, just, you know, and watching Ghostbusters. Detroit's pretty haunted too, you know, lots of legends there. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, I would, you know, I'm in 7 Mile and Gratiot. I grew up on Dresden Street in Detroit. You know, I remember my art teacher talking about, you know, leprechauns. She was Irish. I saw a leprechaun as clear as day in my backyard in Detroit. I mean, you're talking about the whites, black and white socks, the black shoes, everything. I mean, he just come in my backyard. I was looking, you know, my buddy was Irish telling me, his name was Walter, telling me, hey, leprechauns, this and that. I'm like, yeah, like, get out of here. And then my teacher, she was an art teacher, she was Irish, she told me about I saw a leprechaun as clear as day. I've had a lot of cool stuff happen to me. When I lived in Guam for 3 years. Oh, this is another thing I got to tell you, Jimmy. You've got to go out to Guam. Even if you can, you got a pen and paper?
I do.
Yes. You go out to Guam, you go to Trinity Lutheran Church of Guam. I lived there for 3 years. He's the Mr. Holland's Opus of Guam. You tell Chuck Hardy I sent you. He will give you a tour of Guam. I've talked to a lot of veterans that lived over there. I only lived there for 3 years. I come back to Monroe to help take care of my mom. My late mother, she passed away 2 years ago. Big family, Shaner Road, big Shaner family. But anyhow, so you want to, or you just drive around yourself. Anybody can tell you where the NASA and the radio, I don't know what NASA and all the radio and the Navy were doing out there, but they all agree that they're looking for UFO because the abandoned NASA radio station and all the radio antennas out there are something to see. I saw it myself, and there was a lot of information out there. Guam is a very weird place. I saw trolls out there too. In the Philippines, Hawaii, they got those little trolls. Guam, my wife tells me they're little chook-chooks. You got the big chook-chooks with the wings. That's another folklore in Philippines. They got a lot of great folk tales over there too. But when you step on a mound, I tell my wife, they got banshees in Ireland and leprechauns, so I think there's something going on with that. I don't know if you get into fairy tale folklore and stuff.
Of course I do. Of course you do.
Well, I've had them tell me they went into hiding after the nuclear bomb in Nagasaki. They love the world. They've visited me in dreams. I visited great woods in my dreams and swam in great rivers. Like, I didn't go on the levels like some of your other guys were talking about the fifth level and the fifth dimension and all that. But I've had some wonderful people. They've talked to me. And that's what scared them all away. The nuclear missile, when we dropped that, they hated that. But yeah, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Go ahead.
But what I was going to say, Paul, and thank you for the phone call. I love first-time callers, but when we look at mythology and folklore around the world, it's not just Ireland, right? It's not just Great Britain or the United States. It's everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
That's what I noticed being in the Army. I've been to all these countries and all that, and they all had the same kind of stories. Little people, big people.
That's right.
The dragons, the leprechaun, and it's all just like your pyramids and Mount Machu Picchu and all that, and everywhere, and all the pyramids, all the mounds. When you walk on the mountain, Jimmy, you're supposed to say Tawi Tawi, or you're just like the Native Americans say, you're supposed to ask permission to walk on their land, or if you got to use the bathroom. Go ahead.
Well, this is the thing, Paul. This show is for you. And thank you for the phone call, man.
Hey,
seriously.
Speaking of Paul, speaking of phone, Paul, you're my Paul Revere. The UFOs are coming. The UFOs are coming. You're the truth teller. You're a hero, Jimmy. You're a hero, man. My goal, I want everybody to pray for me. I joined 9/11 after 9/11 for all them soldiers and firemen. Everybody put out good vibes for me. I want to go visit 9/11, that memorial, put a lot of that behind me. I joined for that, and I'm proud to serve my country. I did 10 years in the Army, and I love you guys. I love George, all the close family, your family, the Fadernauts, Aunt Stellar. Thank you so much, brother. I wish I had more time to talk, but I know you got to get to the next caller. So you be blessed, brother, man. You're the Paul Revere of the UFO community. You got me there, Jimmy? You feel me?
I feel you, Paul. Go Beckley Tepe. Thank you, man.
Hey, go Beckley Tepe, brother. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. That's a great phone call right there. That right there. That is why I do Fadernight, man. That is why I do Fadernight right there. There is just no question about it. Let's see. Oh, no, I just did it backwards. You know what the next caller that I'm about to bring on? Hi, you're live on Fade to Black.
Yeah, hi, Jimmy.
I'm calling you. Hang up on that call.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm calling this caller at the same time, and I'm hanging up on that. I'm sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I've got you, and I clicked on the wrong button, so I was calling you at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Am I on the air yet?
You are on the air. You are live.
Great. I have some questions for you.
Sure. What's your name?
I'm Bob from New York.
Bob? Is that your real name, Bob?
No, I don't use my real name. I go by my stage name.
Your stage name is Bob?
Yeah, I don't want to use my real name.
Why is that?
Well, people might recognize me.
Why would they recognize you?
Well, if they're listening to your show.
Right. You think they would figure that out?
Well, I'd like to be anonymous.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Jim Sparks. Have you ever heard of him?
That goes back a ways. I haven't heard Jim Sparks' name in a while, but sure, I know who he is.
Yeah, I'd really like to hear him on your show if you could interview him. He has a great story about being abducted.
Yes. It's been is he still around? Is he still doing shows?
Well, he's alive. You know, I catch him on like some of his YouTube videos. I mean, his stories are unbelievable. How he was aboard these spaceships and they were like, you know, teaching him how to learn their language and everything. I think you should revisit that. It's, you know, they're really astounding stories.
Right.
So I just wanted to know, like, if you bought into that or not. But I don't know.
It's been a while since I've looked into Jim Sparks, but it may be worth revisiting. So yeah, okay. Thank you for that, Bob. What was your next question?
Helen Luttrell. Have you heard of her?
It's been a while too, man. You're going back. You've been in this for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean these are stories I think you gotta revisit. I mean, with this Helen Luttrell, you know, she had a daughter. She went to college, and supposedly she was a roommate with a hybrid. I mean, it's like unbelievable.
Right.
If this is true, you know.
Well, when you hear stuff like this, Bob? What do you listen to the person? Do you listen to the story? Do you wait for them to maybe slip up, or do you are you all in from the word go?
Yeah, like I listened also to the interview. Like, for instance, Linda Moulton Howe interviewed her one time a few years back, and you know, I hear the responses and all, and they sound very convincing. You know, I'm never 100% sure that they're telling the truth, but they, you know, she really sounds convincing because she doesn't seem to be like slipping up or anything like that.
Right. Well, I'll write that down too.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your third question? You said you had three.
Well, I wanted to tell you about disclosure. I don't think the government is ever going to admit to the existence of UFOs, and I'll tell you why. Because if they do, they have to come clean, and they have to also admit about all these horrible abductions that have been going on through the years. Have they kidnapped the public and abused the people? And that could turn ugly. So I don't think that they're ever going to face up to that.
Well, there would be that part for sure. And then the other, if the world finds out, and this is probably the harshest thing, if the world finds out that governments around the world, including the United States, had technology that could eliminate the use of oil and fossil fuels and pollution, and free energy could have been available to the world, not just for cars, for planes and boats, but how about for farming and making food and lighting houses and heating homes and healthcare and hospitals, that people around the world that have been deprived of a better life because governments wanted to keep this to themselves for the use in for weapons and military. That would cause a lot of anger. And that part of it, aside from everything else, but that part of it, that facing that kind of music, I don't think that they want to come to that party. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. And talk about a revolution, right? You think the French had it rough, right? Let them eat cake. Well, you know what? That if that goes down, and that kind of information comes out, there's a lot of answering that's going to have to be done, and I don't think our prisons are big enough.
Yeah. Listen, Jimmy, I have a suggestion before I go. One Thursday night when you do open caller nights, if you could just have people call in that have been abducted, and if they could just say their stories, I think you'd be surprised about how many people would be willing to come forth and give their stories about that.
Well, yeah, and the phones are always open for those phone calls, and but yeah, we could do an abduction hotline night. Sure, I appreciate that, Bob. What part of New York are you in, by the way?
Long Island.
You're in Long Island. Yeah. Really? All right, man. That's a great part of the world. Great part of the world. I'm a little jealous.
You got a good show. I really enjoy it. You have interesting guests on, and I try not to miss a night if I could help it. So
there you go.
So good talking with you. Good talking with you.
Yeah, thank you, Bob, and go Beckley Teppy.
Yep, likewise. Bye-bye.
Right on. And, he didn't want to give up. He's afraid that somebody's going to figure out who he is. Maybe it's his boss. Maybe his neighbor. Maybe his wife. Maybe his kids. I don't know. But that's pretty interesting. Well, thank you for the phone call, Bob. I agree with all. I've got Helen Luttrell. Sparks, okay. All right. Can visit some of the old school stuff. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Kevin from West Virginia.
I would have never have guessed. I would have
really
in a million years.
At least 500,000, right?
Yeah, you've got a voice that sounds like everybody else.
Of course I do.
What a great night! What is this? The best Fader night ever?
This is a good one. This is a good one.
I mean,
I just wanted to comment
Yeah,
I just wanted to comment real quick on the host to host show.
I wanted to see. I wanted to see how many times I could interrupt you.
You just did.
I know, 4 times.
4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
I just love it.
All right, I'll quit goofing off. Host to host.
Yeah, host to host. You had mentioned that you and Rita had basically run out of things to watch.
Yes.
You reached the end of the internet.
We have.
And then you had mentioned that you had started rewatching the original series of Star Trek.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Latest information is, and this is a wild one. There's a new series coming out called Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, and it picks up 55 years after the original pilot, The Cage. It stars Anson Mount as Captain Pike, Ethan Peck, who is I think he's the grandson of Gregory Peck, the actor.
Yes.
He's playing Mr. Spock.
Really?
And originally, this came out in 1965, the original pilot.
Yes.
And it was turned down by CBS as being too cerebral. Well, here we are 55 years later, and they pick up on it.
Is it CBS again?
Is
it CBS again?
Yeah.
Well, I think they own it. Doesn't CBS own Star Trek?
They own Star Trek, but they originally passed on this pilot because it was too cerebral.
Made people think, yeah.
Yeah. And they said they told Gene Roddenberry that they had one of their own called Lost in Space, which is a great series. I mean, I love Lost in Space, but it ain't no Star Trek.
I went back, Kevin. This is really funny. It was last year. Rita and I, we were watching season 2 of the new Lost in Space, which is really cool, really good.
Right.
And I said, Rita, you've got to watch. You need to understand who Dr. Smith is. You need to see what this is all about. And so we went back and started watching the original Lost in Space, back to back to back to back. Man, I cannot believe how great of a series that was. And I remember it being great, but go back. And I did the same thing with UFO. I went back and watched all of them. I went back and
that's
watched.
A great series.
Yeah, UFO, Space 1999. I watched
another great one.
You need to go back for everybody. They were really, 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 really great shows. Great stories, great storylines. And UFO, man, I just loved it. Space 1999. The Invaders. Oh my goodness.
Oh, another brilliant show. Yeah.
Brilliant show. So, thank you for that. Now we are. I'm going to suggest this again. I've done it all week. Good Omens. If you haven't watched it, or if you've watched, go back and watch it again. Rita and I decided to rewatch it, and I feel like I'm watching it for the first time. I skipped over. I didn't pay attention to the first round on Good Omens, and
is that the one with David Tennant?
Yep.
Okay.
What a great series, man. I mean,
that's a good series.
Seriously good stuff. And so we're at episode 6 right now. I'm going to wrap it tonight after the show. By the way, Rita, let me know before the show tonight that it's Taco Truck. So I'm going to get out of here tonight and go to the Taco Truck and head home and watch Good Omens with some really good tacos. So we're 3.5 minutes away to midnight. Kara and Chuck Elliott. What? I mean, you know what, Kevin? You were going through all of Chuck's post and everything. What a great night for those two, right?
Right. Yes, it is.
Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Fadernuts. Yeah, Fadernuts. They come out and they stick together for sure.
And it's something about for me how much the Fadernot family means to all of us. And look, they've got other stuff to do tonight. they got real life business going on, and they wanted to make sure that they connected with their Fadernaut family, and that is what made it so special. I mean, and that's what this family is all about. Hey, Kevin, man, thank you so much, my brother. Enjoy your weekend, and I can't keep me posted on this new Star Trek, and I don't know when they're possibly going to shoot it. I mean, Hollywood is shut down at the moment, and we've got to.
Well, it was supposed to be this year, but of course everything is tentative for next year. So we'll see. I'm really excited. I mean, I'm a big fan of the original show. I like most of the spinoffs, but this is just going to stop the car.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's fill in, and it'll show everything.
Well, and there's one other thing before I let you go, is the new remake of Dune. Now,
I'm looking forward to that, too.
That is supposed to be out in a couple of weeks. And
Can't wait.
Yeah, they released some pictures, some still images of it. Thankfully, the whole movie was shot and in the can last year. So they are in post-production getting it done. And they were going to go ahead and continue with production throughout the shutdown and everything that is going on. And they said that they're going to go ahead and release it September 1st, and hopefully it's still on target. Kevin, enjoy your weekend, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my man, Jimmy. Go back, Lee Tappy.
Go back, Lee Tappy. Kevin from West Virginia. All right. I'll be right back after this short break. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. And that's it. It is now midnight. There you go.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to GetTheT.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's GetTheT.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend. Let's face it, you've always wanted to do a sky watch and see your first UFO. Today, it's easy. Just get your own HP7 3B Cobalt Jimmy Church Edition night vision goggles from Hoffman's Optics. This is the same U.S. military system that I use, featuring a Generation 3 blue phosphor image tube. That's right, it's blue, not black and green. This is the only blue system in the world, and it's waterproof, lightweight, combat-proof, simple to use, and ready to go. Hoffman's Optics help create night vision sky watches, and now you can see what everyone has been talking about each night from your own backyard. Just call 760-231-9929. That's 760-231-9929. You can click on the banners on our site or visit UFONightVisionGoggles.com. That's UFONightVisionGoggles.com. Go back, Lee Tappy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black?
Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. Thursday night Fadernights. 5 after 12. Kara and Chuck Elliott getting it done. A heart transplant tonight. Live on the show. Wow, that was just absolutely incredible. Okay, 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. This is your night, your calls. UFOs, the paranormal, supernatural, conspiracy, time travel, lost history, abductions. Have you been abducted? I'll take that call. I'll take that call every single time. And very special night on the show. Very special night. Not only that, Patrick Breeze, the elf, got his wish tonight. Man, that was a good phone call. Great calls all night long. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. 3, 2. I can hear you. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're live on the air. Well, you got to be ready. Somebody goofing around in the background, waiting on hold for 25 minutes. And not ready to go. You got to be ready to go. Okay? It's really that simple. Okay, 747-228-2051. Waiting for something's going on here with the phones. Okay. Let's go here next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jim. It's Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Hi. Gobekli Tepe is bringing me luck.
Man, what a great night on the show.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you know what? You're talking about Chuck and Kara, obviously. Definitely sending good energy their way. I hope, if I were getting a heart transplant, and I don't know if they've looked into this, but I would want to know about the person's heart that I was getting, because I'd want to know after I got it if I was picking up any of the other person's habits or memories or anything. You've heard of that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, look, there is, in my mind, there's no question that, an eye transplant, lungs, whatever, liver, that person has given you life and the energy that is there, that is coming with absolutely. Right. And would I want to know? I think I would end up metaphysically finding out things. Could you imagine? And listen, I don't know how much time I want to talk about this tonight when they are going through that.
Right. Maybe another time.
Yeah. Maybe another time. We'll talk to Kara about it. But okay. I wanted to ask you a question, actually.
Okay.
Did you get your night vision goggles?
No, I tried to. I called him 2 weeks ago when I hit my other jackpot. Well, did you see the current one that I just hit that I posted?
What, you hit again?
Yeah. I hit another 6K. And I went up to the machine, and this time I went, okay, like a wizard, right? Like I'm waving a wand. Don't I use my hand? I go Gobekli Tepe. 5 minutes into it, I hit another 6,000. Yeah.
Okay. How much have you spent to get the 6,000?
I put $100 in the machine, $100 bill, and it hit when I was like halfway through. Well, no, it was almost. I had almost gone through all of it, and then it hit.
Okay, so
And on the other one, and on the other one that I hit.
Wait a minute here. You just hit another $6,000 jackpot.
Yes.
And I mean, congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
That is just awesome.
Well, it doesn't normally happen. That's why when I first thing out of my mouth was, God, Göbekli Tepe is giving me luck. Because I wish I'd known this years ago. This is not normal for me. I've been gambling for years, and I'm lucky if I break even once in a while. Well, one time at the track, I hit $9,000 because I had a dream about some lucky numbers, and they panned out. But with slots, I'm lucky if I break even usually. But these last 2 times, I've done the Göbekli Tepe thing, and I've hit 2 big jackpots.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
Use Göbekli Tepe. Anyway, night vision.
Yes.
Anyway, night vision. I tried to order from him, and he said he was out of the Jimmy Church model because of parts, because of the coronavirus, and there was shipping problems, and he didn't have any in. So he said to check back with him again, and then he asked if I was going to Starworks, and I said I was trying to talk my friend into going with me, and I didn't know yet, and plus I don't know for sure if it's still on. I hope it is. But so yeah, he goes, well, if you don't get them, before then, I'll have them there. And he recommended that I try them out in person because he said with the blue shade and with the green shade that some people he's noticed like some people have an eye condition where maybe a certain color or shade will bother their eyes, and so it's better if you try them out in person to see what's the best fit for you. He'd suggested that. I think it was Alec, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
So that was a conversation we had, and I said I'd check back with them.
Well, he practically invented sky watches, and he's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, we had a long conversation, actually. He was very, very nice.
Yes, he's great. I'm so used to the black and green that which obviously I have. But when you go over to the Jimmy Church edition, the blue, it is so relaxing to the eye because it's a medium blue background and with white objects, and it is such a different thing for me. I just enjoy it so much more. You can talk to Terry Toll. He's got both. And he can he can tell you how he feels about the differences of them. They're both the same quality, very, very high grade. These are Gen 3 pluses. By the way, there is no official like Gen 4 out there that the military uses or anything. There's only one grade that is the top. And we call those Gen 3 pluses. And you're going to get that from the top of the line from Hoffman's Optics. The Gen 3 pluses in green or blue. But, you're going to be...
I favor the blue. I really would. I mean, without trying anything, I've never looked through them, but I wanted the blue ones, not just because they're the Jimmy Church model.
That's right.
But
that's
because,
right.
That's right. But because I favor blue, to me, that's what you just said about it being kind of relaxing. That's kind of the visual that I favor too. Blue just is soothing to me.
Yeah. Well, plus you want to be top dog. You want bragging rights. You want to be able because everybody out there has got the they go out and get the best. They're going to have the black and green Gen 3s. And they look great, and they're amazing, and absolutely, and I've got them, and there's no question about it. You're going to see the most amazing stuff. But you're going to be able to go up to anybody that thinks they're the long daddy from Cincinnati, right? And you're going to go, well, yeah, man, but I got blue. What? There's no such thing. Yes, there is. You want to check them out? You're going to see the same exact thing in both. It's the same sensitivity and the same amplification. It's just that you are looking into a blue world instead of the black and green. And that's
And the-
it. That's it.
Yeah, and the sky is blue, so it just seems more natural. Anyway, speaking of sky watching, did you see any of the meteor showers the last 2 nights?
No, and Rita bothered me about that, and I was so tired after the show, and I didn't go out. Tonight is the last night, right?
Last night supposedly was, but I think tonight there might still be some residual going on.
No, I think
So with your night vision, you might be able to catch a few. I don't know.
Yeah. We're in Los Angeles, but no, I think tonight the. Oh no, you're right. It was the early morning
Yeah, it's
of
the
the
13th. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
right.
last night because I missed the night before the first night, and then because I fell asleep, I was so tired, probably because I just got back from my trip, and then I got to remind me to tell you something funny that happened on the trip. But anyway, and then so then I fell asleep that night. So last night I didn't want to fall asleep. I'm like, set your alarm just in case. I set it for 2:00 because that's usually when all the action starts really picking up, is between 2 and 4. And I fell asleep, my alarm went off, and I got my butt out there. And out on the court, we have no light pollution here, so it's really cool. I just pulled out the chair and sat out there, and I saw some. It was cool.
Yeah, right on.
It was cool,
Okay,
yeah.
so what happened on the trip?
Okay, so we went up to Tahoe for a day, and then we came back here because we took like 3 days. And we like to, there's this hotel in Folsom that we like to spend the night at. So we stayed there, but we went to Folsom Lake, and we hadn't been there in a while. And there were a lot of people out at Folsom Lake. And in my area, it's not as strict as it is in the Bay Area where my friends come from, because as far as the COVID and the mask thing, they're really hard on them. Well, up here, it's more relaxed. So there were a lot of people at the lake, not one mask inside. It was great. People got their dogs up there, and we took these big inner tubes that we had just bought. So there were 4 of us. We timed together. We're out there floating, and having a beer and just, crashing and having fun. And I brought a little bag of, chips, and I put them inside the inner tube. And here comes a goose. And he swims by, and I'm like, hello, baby. And they're like, Debbie, don't feed the duck or the goose. I go, shove it. I'm gonna feed him anyway. So I open the chips, and he's taking them right out of my hand. And at one point, he climbed up on the tube, and I'm feeding him Doritos. Of course, they were Doritos, the best. And I'm feeding him the chips, and he's just loving it. And at one point, he got into the tube with me. He's floating around with me. And it was a huge goose, too. And he's eating the chips. And all of a sudden, he was the only one there. All of a sudden, we hear this flap, flap, and out of the distance, there's like 25 geese, and they're all huge, and they swamped us, and they flew in, and they surrounded us because they all knew that one goose was getting chips. And my friends started freaking out because the geese were trying to, climb on their tubes, and they surrounded my tubes. I finally took the bag, and I opened it up all the way, and I took the bottom, and I went like, oh, no, and I threw the whole thing of chips into the lake so that they could all surround them and eat, because they were swamping us, and my friends were getting freaked out. They were afraid that they were going to, I don't know why they were afraid of geese, but they didn't have the chips. I did, and the geese were trying to climb into their ear tubes.
So what are you going to do with this? What are you going to do with the $6,000? Did they come up? Did you have to pay taxes, or did they give you the whole?
No. Yeah, they always give you a W-2 with it at the same time, so you just pay taxes the next year.
Right.
But when I gamble, I always get a profit and loss statement too, so you balance out your winnings with your losses for the year, and sometimes you don't really end up paying anything. It depends on how much you've won that year.
Right. So,
yeah.
but
so no, I'm definitely gonna.
Did you walk out of the casino with $6,000?
I took 5 of it, put it in the car, took 1,000 back in, and I ended up. I ended up breaking even, taking 1,000 back with me too, because I also like to play 3-card poker, and I put a bunch of money into that, and then I won a really good hand for $1,500.
Man,
have you ever played 3-card poker?
Man, go Beckley Teppy.
Yeah, go Beckley Tappy.
Deb, enjoy your weekend. It just sounds like everything is going your way. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go Beckley Teppy Fadernight.
Yeah, go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy to Chuck and Kara too.
Absolutely.
Let's keep them there. Okay, you guys, take care. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you. $6,000 after saying go Beckley Teppy. I gotta say, that's the way to go. I'm going to try that the next time I go to Vegas. I am definitely going to go Beckley Teppy me machine. Let's see who is up next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing there, brother? What's going on? Go Begley Tuppy from Staten Island, New York.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good, man. Just grooving along and observing all this wildness happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Jimmy,
yes.
I'm sorry.
No, it's you. It's your phone call.
People talking about how they got started with all this experiences. I got a heck of a story for you. No, my abilities are in touch with the spirit, for lack of better words, and the sake of the prophecy, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Have greatly increased over the past few months. With this many changes, people are actually coming online too, so to speak, and I'm not the only one. Anyway, that being said, after some deep meditation and you might say a spiritual experience at home, I went off to work, and that's what I do in the evening. I work across town, let's say in a more rougher part of town, you might say, where the bad boys might hang out, but that's where my location is, I mean, I'm not going to be in the goody-goody section, right? I do security, right?
Right.
So it's a payday night, and I go to this little check cashing place. I use the ATM, and I have to withdraw a few dollars. I get the direct deposit, which actually is great, by the way, but that's another story. I love it. Never thought I would, but I love it. Everything comes right out, no problem. But bang. Anyway, I get up there, and I have to very briefly understand. It's like, let's say, a check cashing place. They call it a PLS over here. Let's say to your left, it's like a small squarish parking lot, right? And facing me towards the back is like a small, maybe about 8 or 9 stores, like a small strip mall. And to the right is a White Castle that has been open 24 hours perpetually back in the day. But with all the stuff going on, it's closed, which is pretty damn eerie, as well as the Dunkin' Donuts to the left that's like closed. That's always been open. So it's really freaky to start with. But the funny thing is, a couple of weeks ago, Jimmy, and I was telling my wife that she said, "Are you freaking having hallucinations, right?" Somebody called earlier about seeing a leprechaun, right?
Right.
Jimmy, when I tell you,
what happened? What happened?
I saw a freaking 3-foot freaking leprechaun. He was a black one, believe it or not. Now, that's the makeup of the neighborhood. I'm nothing racist whatsoever. I don't care, whatever. But this little guy was hanging out in front of a deli that I never seen open. Anytime I've been there, right? There's like a designer deli, like a specialty store.
Right.
The freaking thing's open at 4:00 in the morning with the door open, fluorescent lights. It's like the neighborhood. And I pull up to the parking lot, right? And I get out of the car, and I see this little guy, right? He must have been 3 foot tall. Not only that, he's wearing a little Buccaneers jacket with the little collars with the points sticking up on his shoulders. He looked right out of a storybook. And he seems to be looking at me like with a smile, as in some type of confirmation, like, you're all right there, you're doing it where, this is what reality is, and welcome to the world, so to speak. And I was like, oh, my God, listen, I'm not good. As much as I wanted to check him out and believe I wanted to go say hello, whatever.
Did you what did you do? Did you take a selfie? Tell me, Joe, that you took a selfie.
It's dark, Jimmy. It's in a dark parking lot.
Oh,
but
man.
The point is,
was there any bags of gold? What about the pot of gold?
There were bagels.
Man, and so now listen, so you go home and you tell your wife that you just saw a leprechaun. How did you find the courage to say that to your wife? Because she's going to tell you that you're crazy.
Oh, she's been thinking I've been deluded for the longest time. It doesn't matter.
Right.
What did I say?
Man, what is this? What is this about leprechauns tonight? I've never seen a leprechaun. And I don't know if I saw a leprechaun that I would tell the story. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I'm kind of a Lord of the Rings type head, and you know, that idea, you know, I saw the other killing stuff, you know, with the druid stuff.
Yeah.
And done, I got a podcast called High Rock Light, too. I got about 25 podcasts out there on Spotify. A lot of messages about helping people adjust to the scene and what's going on and different topics and so on. I just hate to make a plug, but I just did. I'm sorry.
I didn't know you had a podcast.
Yeah. It's Anchor. It's called Anchor. It's a free app. And what you do is you throw up a podcast and you add a couple of sponsors for free. So they get a little bit, maybe if there's a view, and they throw you a few cents. So right now, I'm $1.65 ahead.
Man, you're making more than me.
It's not about the money, Jimmy.
No, it's not. Obviously, for me.
No.
Obviously.
You know, I don't live on it, but, you know, I feel so...
Hey, Joe, plug it right now. What is the name of your podcast? Say it again.
It's called the High Rock, H-I-G-H, High Rock Light. You see, there's a park here that you might say I was reborn in. It's kind of a small nature area in Staten Island called High Rock Park.
Okay.
And I've been there, and that's kind of where I had a great experiences and so on. And you might say, fought a few demons there too, so to speak.
I bet you have. So it's High Rock Light, and and what's the name of the podcast company?
Anchor, Anchor.
Okay, so it's and that's all you have to do. Right.
So what they do is they put it on Spotify, and it's on a number of networks I don't even know.
Right.
They like it. They like my stuff, and they just promote it from there. I do nothing except if I'm so inspired. You know how secure it is, actually, and I do my job very well, but there's a whole lot of downtime, too.
Right.
So I'll be there chilling out at night, maybe having a smoke or sucking on a nicotine lozenge now. That's what I do now instead of smoking, by the way.
Right.
I find it better, but I still need the nicotine.
Right.
But anyway, I'll be chilling out, feeding the cats because I throw them little treats in, not to come around. I just do my thing all alone. I'll pick up my phone. I'll be inspired some topic, and I just let it out. Maybe 15, 20 minutes, throw a tag on a couple of sponsors, send it out and call it a day. I can send it out on Twitter. I can send it out on Facebook.
Okay, well, somebody is going to listen, Joe. Somebody's going to get this up here on Twitter, and I'll retweet it for you. High Rock Light on Anchor, and it's out there on Spotify. All right, Joe. Hey, listen, be safe. Be safe out there in Staten Island, man.
I'm the Druid of Staten Island. You take care, Jimmy, and listen, hang in there, brother. And you know you may not hear from us, but generally we're listening, or at least we're trying to, unless we're sleeping here.
I know you
take
are.
Care of you.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Thank you so much. Go Beckley Teppy.
So Beckley Teppy and throwing a geezer too.
Right on. Joe from Staten Island. I didn't know Joe had a podcast. And if you Fadernauts knew, and he just said he's been tweeting, I haven't seen it. So somebody go and find it. High Rock Light. Light. High Rock Light. Pop it up here on Twitter so I can see it. I want to retweet it. I want to go listen to it. I did not know that. I did not know. Okay. All right. I got to take a break. All right. I got to take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. What a great Fader night. Best Fader night ever tonight. Man, it's 12:30 for Kara and Chuck. Man. Send that energy their way. Tonight, Kara is getting a new heart. This is Fade to Black. I'm your Jimmy Church. 747-228-2051. I got one segment left. 747-228-2051. This is Fade to Black.
Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, Reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Tepe.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Come join us for the Starworks UFOs and Artificial Intelligence Conference, November 6th through the 8th at the Aquarius Resort in Laughlin, Nevada. A full weekend of events with Grant Cameron, James Fox, Alan Stivelman, Sid Goldberg, Jaime Maussan, Lynn Katai, Paul Hynek, and another dozen great speakers and presenters. Special Fade to Black Sky Watches with Hoffman's Optics on Thursday and Friday nights, movie premieres, a cocktail party, a dinner gala. Get your discount ticket packages today at StarWorksUSA.com. I'll be there along with the entire Fade to Black crew. Start planning your weekend now for the Starworks UFOs and Artificial Intelligence Conference, November 6th through the 8th at the Aquarius Resort in Laughlin, Nevada. Just visit StarWorksUSA.com. Go Beckley Tepe.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back to Fade to Black. You know, tonight is Fadernight, and I say it every Thursday night. It's the best night of the week. This is my favorite night, hanging out with all of you. What an incredible night of phone calls. And tonight was just a very special night, obviously, with Kara and Chuck. And Kara getting a new heart tonight as we speak. A heart transplant. Absolutely incredible night. for all of us and this Fadernight family. And so with that, 747-228-2051, I've got one segment left. Just an absolutely incredible night. Nobody mentioned tonight on the show. Yeah, we had a lot of other things to talk about, didn't we? The Pentagon, right? And the UAP task force. Didn't get any phone calls about that. And the email thread about this that is going on in my email is pretty whack. It's pretty incredible. So I can't go into those details. Maybe someday I will, actually. But anyway, I didn't get any phone calls about that tonight. I really wanted to talk about it. 747-228-2051. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? This is Dave from Lakeland, Georgia. Love calling.
Yeah, right on, Dave. What's on your mind?
Nothing much. Hey, it's good to hear about the heart transplant. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I like that. That's very, very good.
Incredible. Have you ever? I can say that I've never heard a phone call like that on a radio show or even television. You know, one hour before, 1 hour before you're going in to get your new heart, you're going to call into a radio show and say, "What's up, everybody? It's the big night."
So cool.
I know, right? Absolutely
that
incredible.
That is so cool. Hey, I always look in the background at your guitars. Please tell me, do you make those guitars? Do you custom make those?
I have. Yes, I
that
absolutely
is so
have.
Cool.
The aqua, it's called Seafoam Green.
Seafoam Green, yep.
Yeah, this
Yep.
one. Well, this one. Let me pull it off the wall here. This one. This is a very special guitar. I carved it myself.
Oh, man.
I'm holding it up to the camera. I actually carved this myself. So this isn't a standard body.
Gosh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I carved it myself. But the paint job is, this was done by Pat Wilkins, and it's fuzzy.
Go, Pat.
It's fuzzy. Okay?
That is so cool.
It's this special satin paint. So when you it feels like velvet. Is that velvet?
Oh, no way! That is so cool.
Yeah,
oh my God, like a shag carpet or something.
Yeah, it's fuzzy, and but this guitar. So now check out the headstock. See if you can see. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. The cameras are off. Okay. So now the cameras are back on, everybody. Okay. All right. So now I'm holding this up to the camera. This I carved myself, and I carved it to fit my body, right? So it fits me correctly. But
that is so cool.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So this is a seafoam green satin, and it's fuzzy. I don't know how to explain it. But now, look at the headstock. I'm holding this up to the camera. Let's see if you can see this clear.
That is so awesome.
Okay. You can see it says church, and then it says
that's so cool.
It says Fader Strat.
Dang, man, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jimmy.
Yeah. So this one I made. I've got a couple of other ones that are not in here right now that I made too. But anyway, but what's unique about this guitar, and I'm glad that you're asking about it. This has got an aged bronze.
Oh, wow.
It's got an aged bronze Floyd Rose, right? Okay, so.
Oh, that Floyd Rose bridge, yeah.
Yeah, but it's aged bronze, and so it's got the aged bronze, but then it's got aged bronze tuners. See, so they all match. They're all the same color, and there you go.
That is so unique.
Yeah, it is a very, very, and it's just, man, it's perfect. This guitar.
Oh man, I bet you shred on that guitar.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
I do. Custom made. The neck was carved.
Hey, if you ever want to auction one off or sell it, man, I'll be right there on eBay.
Yeah, that's a beautiful guitar. So, but all of these guitars here, I am able to. I have my workbench right here, and then it's kind of funny because. So this is a neck rest. This is cork. This sits right here. This sits right here. And then I lay out the guitars. I have all of my equipment here. I have all of my equipment. And so each one of these guitars, I have leveled the frets myself. Every single one. Every one. Gone through. I've got neck shims in every one that I get from Stu Mac.
Wow.
So they're all at a tilt. I don't play them flat. I have to have the necks tilted like a Les Paul.
Right.
So every single guitar here is done. The Eddie Van Halen, the Yngwie, all of these the Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Man.
They're all done.
That's so cool because that's your getaway, Jimmy. You know what I mean? Like that's your thing to where if you're done with the radio, you're just chilling at night and like, hey, I want to try this, whatever in your head. Like I could tell you definitely are professional at that at music because for someone to be able to make the guitars and stuff like that. That's some knowledge, man. I give you props on that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I've been doing it since the very, very, very beginning. When I when I was a kid, I started taking guitars apart, and then I got a Strat. You
use Seymour Duncan?
Yeah, all Seymour Duncans in every guitar. Every single guitar in here, except for my Steve Vai has got the DiMarzio Evolutions in it. His pickups. But other than that, I'm looking around. I think everything in here is Seymour Duncan. Yes, that is so correct. Cool. Yep. Now that
that is so cool.
Seymour. I've got an Ibanez hollow body that's got Ibanez stock pickups in it. So
any 7 strings?
No, it's a hollow body. It's a jazz guitar. Yeah, it's called Rita.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's good to have a good guitar call on Fadernight, man. I really appreciate it.
Right.
So what do you play?
So awesome.
What do you play?
Me, I'm a drummer. I play DW, Orange County Drum Percussion, Pearl. But yeah, I play drums and I do little stuff here and there, recording for people here and there, and it's real fun. It's a getaway for me from the world.
What kind of music?
I do everything. I love to do. It's mostly like punk rock and stuff like that. A little bit of like a heavy tune to it. A lot of people call it like emo, hardcore stuff like that. But it's not. I don't like screaming stuff like that. Like to where you don't know what they're saying. That's what my mom always said. She's like, I don't know what they're saying, but I love the singing though when the guy sings.
Well, do you know the band Death Angel?
Oh, no way. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know them?
No, I do not, but I've heard them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, their drummer, Will Carroll, is going to be on Fade to Black next week.
No way. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I just let the cat out of the bag. I normally like to surprise people, but next week.
That one's beautiful.
Yeah,
and that's perfect, right?
Yeah, well, see, Will went through some crazy stuff back in January, February, and he got sick and he was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And I'm going to let him come on the show, and we're going to talk about all of this. But he went through some very deep stuff. And that's it. I'm going to save all of that for the show. Everybody can go and read and watch the videos that we'll put out there after all of this. And he talks about it, and it's very personal. And so anyway, He's going to come on the show next
week. He got through
week.
it, though.
Yeah, he got through it, and so he is going to be on with us next week. And we're also going to talk. We're going to talk Death Angel. We're going to talk about the band. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about drumming, and his career and everything. So that's next week. Will Carroll of Death Angel.
If you ever need a side drummer, I'm there.
Hey, Dave, thank you for the phone call, man. Enjoy your weekend.
One little thing. I love you guys, and I love what you do, Jimmy. You are amazing to all of us. It's good to have somebody out there that we can relate to, and that's what I love about you, because everybody can relate to you, and you put out such good emotion with your words, and I love that. That's amazing. And oh my God, we need a 24-hour chat line from you. Fade to Black chat line on YouTube, 24 hours running.
I'll talk to you,
but
Dave.
Thank you though for talking to me.
Yeah, I really appreciate the phone call, and don't miss the show next week with Will.
Sir.
It's going to be great.
Go back, Lee Tappy.
Go back, Lee Tappy. Thank you so much, Dave.
All right, bud. All right.
That's a great phone call right there, man. It doesn't get any better than that. So yeah, I was going to, Dave's a drummer, so yeah, it just forced me to let a little surprise out there. But Will Carroll, Death Angel, is going to be on with us next week. So get ready for that. I'm bringing in calls in real time. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Steve from Galveston, Texas.
Hi, Steve from Galveston, Texas. How are you?
Good. I had you know that movie, The Ring, the original one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that freaked me out.
Yeah, it really freaked me out. I'll never watch it again because I saw it in the movies, and then that night, I had elements of that in my dream.
Oh, we all did. Oh, we all did. You know what? Look, Steve, this is no joke. This is what I thought when The Ring came out, because it wasn't okay, the movie was freaky, and it's Japan, and and the way it was filmed, and it was futuristic in that cinema. A lot of movies came out like The Ring after The Ring kind of set the tone for a lot of different things, right? But no, that wasn't what did it for me. It was the frigging videotape digital aspect to this. And I thought to myself, there's something about this that is going to affect me, because this is about a video. This is about what I'm doing. And am I going to have visions? Am I going to have nightmares? If I'm going to, and it really freaked me out. And I ended up doing just that. I ended up dreaming about the movie. And I think everybody did. And that's why it was such a huge hit.
Yeah, well, a few years later, I watched it again, and the same thing happened. The same elements of it was the ladder against the cliff with a horse in the water kind of thing, man. It was the same freaking thing happened. I swear that thing is subliminal, man.
I know, man. I know. It messed with
me out thinking about it.
You know, when The Ring 2 came out, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I watched it. Nothing happened.
No.
The first one is evil, dude. I swear.
Yeah, I know. That movie freaked me out. I watched it a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times. I probably did, because there was something else. I couldn't help but watch the movie again. And that messed with my head, too. It was like, man, I feel like this movie has got something I don't know if evil is the right word, but I think that the director and the writer of the movie knew what they were doing. I'm telling you, they knew
Definitely.
it. They knew it, that psychologically people were going to get all messed up from it. Look, everybody was doing the same thing. Hey, man, have you seen The Ring? Have you seen The Ring yet? I'm like, yeah, I have. Have you seen The Ring? That was the conversation, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. All my friends were like freaked out about it.
Have you seen?
They only watched it. I had a lot of them who just watched it once and they never watched it again.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't watch any of the second one or whatever.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Hey, Steve, enjoy your weekend, my man. Thank you so much. Go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. Thank you. Love you.
Love you back. That's a great phone call right there. The Ring messed with me. The Ring truly messed with my head. Oh, man. I did it again. I did it again. I'm calling. Oh man, I'm calling the people that are on hold. I don't know what's going on with how I'm doing things here. Hold on for a second. Okay. No. What is up with this? I keep. Oh man, this is really, really, really bad. I've got to pick up this right here because this person has been on hold for a very long time, and now I can't. This is crazy town. See, this is the Ring. This is the Ring. This is the Ring going on right now, messing with me. Okay. I'm going to try this again. I don't understand why this is. I have no idea. And I see you here. Man, it's been on hold for a long time. Okay. I think I just got it. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, it's Max. Finally got me there.
Man,
all right.
Max, sorry about that, man. I clicked on the wrong buttons a couple of times.
That's all right. You got some soothing Minecraft background music going on there. It's good for crafting and all sorts of stuff. Right?
Yeah, people seem to like it. There was, speaking of Minecraft, there was Diablo 2. Now, you got to go back. Diablo 2, what was that? Yep. 1996, 1997. But
about 97, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that acoustic guitar music that played throughout of Diablo 2, I would, after playing Diablo 2 for like 8 hours, right, and I would head out and do my thing, that music was stuck in my head. Stuck.
And it didn't bother you. It didn't bother you, though, right?
No, it didn't.
One of those ones that actually worked.
Well, and see, the thing is, I would go back and log into Diablo and continue playing. That music would start. I'd be like, oh, I'm back in the game. I'm back in Diablo 2. The nightmarish thing. And the best part of Diablo 2 for me, play it in the dark. Man, turn out all the lights and there you go.
Yeah, I was back then. I was stuck on that Dark Ages of Camelot. That thing was wild. I had 2 computers going on at once.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I played that, and I mentioned this the other night on the show. Rome, Dark Ages of Camelot was good, but Rome took me over. Rome sucked me in, man. All versions of it. Rome Civilizations. Oh, the expansion pack.
Yeah, those are good ones.
So what's on your mind, Max?
So I was just, listening to a couple things. Even a part of it popped in there last night on Coast, but an old Linda Moulton Howe interview. All right. She's talking about the deep underground military bases where the guy sees the aliens and gets his figure lasered off. Phil, I think his name was.
Yeah, Phil Schneider.
Yeah, there you go. But something kind of struck me weird with all this vaccine stuff and everything that's kind of added up together. And especially the way that, like, last time you had Linda on, it was like she was all, you take your good vaccines like a good little boy, don't you, Jimmy? And, but it was weird, man. So she said that something about that like a praying mantis being, right, named Reggie, and he was saying he's from the future, and he's what all the human race turns into because of some incident. And now you got Moderna, the vaccine people, splicing RNA from insects into the vaccine. I'm thinking maybe if that was legit, maybe that's it, man. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I just figured I'd throw it out there for some thought.
Wow, that's a crazy thought. I mean, that's a crazy thought. What? Naked Lunch. Naked Lunch. Have you seen the movie? Have you read the book?
I'm gonna check it out right now.
Okay, Naked Lunch. I think, did David Lynch direct that? Well, anyway, Naked Lunch. That is all about turning into insects. Wow. Yeah, man, that's a dark book. I have the book somewhere, but who wrote that? Who wrote Naked Lunch? Burroughs? Somebody help me out here. Naked Lunch. Okay, let's just do the right thing. I'm gonna bust into this, and yeah. William Burroughs. There you go. And the movie was directed. I know it had Peter Weller, and it was directed by David Cronenberg. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So check it out. Naked Lunch. So everything that you're talking about with the vaccine and insect RNA and could it be? I get all of that.
Obama let that out there right before he left, or when SARS was going on, and he started Moderna, right? He started let's get this technology out there.
Was it Obama or was it Fauci? I don't think it was.
I saw a replay on TV the other day where he's like, let's start this technology out there, and then you got Moderna coming as a result of it. I think he's like.
Okay, I don't know about that, but the coronavirus, and SARS and MERS and all of these types of viruses, a couple of weird things for me. Number one, we've been combating it for a very long time, so maybe it's time now to try to get a handle on it. Number one, but number two, haven't you? I don't know why. More people. I've only got 30 seconds left, Max, but it seems like avian flu and bird flu and chicken flu and MERS and SARS and coronavirus, everything came out of China. Now, I'm not saying it's bioweapons or anything. That's not even where I'm going, but the location is the same. So what is the connection there? Do you remember when they were killing, 10 million chickens in China? You remember that was and
maybe that's where the Mother Earth's virus labs at. I don't know, but
Mother Earth. Hey man, Max, enjoy your weekend, man, and go Beckley Tappy.
Go Beckley Tappy. We'll talk to you later, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Max. Why isn't more people talking about that? It's just the location. And I mean, all of the breaking news last 20 years, whatever it is, avian, bird, chicken, MERS, SARS, everything came out of China. There's got to be a connection there. Maybe it's from chickens, but why? Why? Bird flu, avian. I'm just saying. It's way beyond coincidence. What a great Fader night tonight. Kara and Chuck, I hope that you guys are just having the most wonderful, amazing evening ever. And I can't wait to get the updates. Fade to Black's executive producer is Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hill J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vito, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy. SpaceboyMusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA, The Planet. This broadcast owned and copyrighted 2020 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We've got an amazing week coming up on Monday and this weekend, the premiere of The H Factor. I'll see everybody on Monday. Go and subscribe to our new YouTube channel for Game Changer Network. And until everything kicks off, I want everybody to be safe. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Go Beckley Teppy.